Someone miscalculated. When you leave your planet behind, leave your friends and family back on Earth and brave the stars to find their answers for them, you place your trust in a lot of people. Some of those people are complete strangers. Some have faces you've never seen, but you still trust them based on their degrees and credentials. They spent 5 years calculating everything about this trip, making sure that the potential gain amounted more than the sacrifice of 17 years of a few young men's lives. Yet, somewhere along the line, someone botched it. Someone forgot to carry a digit, or misplaced a decimal, or failed to account an important variable in a coefficient. In the end, I'm the one who paid the price. Cryosleep. The wake-up is uncomfortable, to say the least. 3 years seem to pass in an instant in that frozen state, but your body knows all too well where the time went. I stepped out of that pod on weak legs and fell to my knees, my skin on fire due to the drastic temperature change. My head spun and my body quaked, with the unpleasant rhythm of dry heaves as my nerves suddenly came to attention. As I hunched over and retched on the ghost contents of my stomach, my mind slowly came to terms with reality. It took me a good 20 minutes to get on my feet, and another 15 or so in a hot steam bath before my eyes focused. Just as I stepped into my jumpsuit, I realized that I hadn't heard a single sound from below decks. And that wasn't good. The engineers of the ship stationed only my cryopod so close to the bridge, and for good reason. As the helmsman, I would be the one roused early in the event of an emergency. Needless to say, I assumed the worst. My state of alarm should have hastened me, but I still took it slow and steady. I was unstable and didn't want to wind up too ill to fulfill my duty. Half hobbling and feeling the ground shift beneath my feet, the walk down the corridor leading to the bridge seemed 10 times longer than usual, and 100 times quieter. The less I heard, the more I worried. As I stepped through the portal, I could see the pale green orb in the seeming middle distance through the cockpit window. However long ago we had arrived, which meant that I should not have been the only one awake. The rest of the crew should have crowded the halls by now, gearing up for touchdown in the coming few days. Something was definitely wrong. I took a seat on the head console, and the chair was cold and stiff. With the crew asleep for the majority of the trip, all systems unnecessary to the ship's movement and the preservation of resources and crew were shut down. Wasting power by leaving the heating system running made no sense. It perfectly matched the cold feeling in my stomach. As the ship status blinked to life on my holomonitor, 3 power routing failures, 8 life support system maintenance alerts, 5 near-miss debris impacts around the fusion core, and 2 weight adjustment cargo purges with who knows how many indispensable resources on board. It was a disaster. I don't know whether to be distraught or furious, or both. It was Earthside Command's job to remotely monitor and operate the ship's vital processes. How could they let it go this bad? What if we had drifted off course and wound up as a smoldering crater on some uncharted planet? This wasn't right. And then I saw the date.